And welcome back to another video of the NCAA basketball bracketology. Update is now update number 7. I forgot that Joe Lunardi would start updating these, I think, twice a week and whatnot. So, yeah, here we go. Updated today. This is the new update. Let's go ahead and quickly discuss some new teams on here. Region 1, we have Bryant. Region 2, no new teams. Region 3, Tulsa at the 12th seed. And in Region 4, we have 15th seed in Northeastern. I'm also keeping my eye on Michigan State versus Purdue. Michigan State trying to avoid the upset with seconds left to go. 54-53 right now. They're in the lead against Purdue. Purdue in the playing game in the Region 2 with Oklahoma State. All the number 1 seeds haven't changed. Kansas back up to a 2 seed. Any notable shifts? Louisville, 4 seed now. A little surprised by that, but no real big changes to the bracketology. Let's go ahead and get right to it. We got Gonzaga over the playing game there. Gonzaga's been the best team, of course. Alabama, IU. A coin flip here. I want to take Indiana because of the what they're going to call home field advantage since the tournament's in the state. But Alabama can definitely score. IU does have trouble scoring. Texas Tech and Toledo. I want to almost pick the upset. I think Texas Tech just barely gets by with their defense. Louisville, Furman. Louisville's been in these close games. I don't know how much I can trust them right now. I don't think they have their leading scorer still back, Carlick Jones. Virginia versus the 11th seeded Drake. I'm going to take a chance on Drake. Drake's 13-0. They've looked good this year. Virginia, as we know, has struggled. Wisconsin versus Bryant. We're going to go Wisconsin. Florida, UConn. I'm just not completely sold on Florida still yet. We're going to go UConn. Kansas, Southern Utah. We're going to go Kansas. Gonzaga and IU. I said in the last video IU could give a little bit of trouble, but Gonzaga's been just all over the place this year. It's been ridiculous. Oh, Purdue takes the lead. 55-54. 4 seconds left. Wow. Yeah, Michigan State. We'll get to them here in just a minute, a little bit. Texas Tech, I'll take them over Louisville. I don't know who to trust in that game. That's a very strange game to me. Drake and Wisconsin. Man, I almost want to pick Drake, but I can't do it. I don't want to do that whole trying to take an 11th seed to the Sweet 16 deal like I've been doing these last few videos. We're going to go Kansas over UConn. Kansas kind of got their mojo back against TCU. Will they be able to hold it together moving forward? Gonzaga over Texas Tech. I feel confident in that. Wisconsin and Kansas. I don't know. I don't trust either team right now. I'm having trouble trusting either team. I'm going to go with the team with the better defense, and that's Kansas, which would set up a Fort Myers tip-off rematch of that game. And I'm going to go with Gonzaga, although Kansas might come much closer, of course, in that game. If they were to face in the tournament, I'd lean towards Kansas, but right now I'm going to take Gonzaga. We're going to go to the bottom left. Who's going to face Gonzaga? Texas over Cleveland State. Michigan State losing to... Oh, Purdue has upset Michigan State. Michigan State, how can you trust this team? How can you trust any team right now? I'm picking LSU. LSU could score more. Michigan State lost 3 straight, then they kind of beat down Rutgers, and then they just lost to Purdue. Purdue's been giving some people fits lately, though. That's the thing. I'm going to go VCU over Oregon. I haven't liked Oregon. They just lost to Colorado. Colorado hasn't been, they've been up and down, too. VCU, first place in the A-10. Clemson over Siena. Ohio State, Boise State. We're going to go Ohio State. Creighton over Little Rock, or over Arkansas Little Rock. Creighton, though, I'm not the biggest fan of their defense, although they shut down Seton Hall. Seton Hall literally shot only 17% from the three-point line. That's just atrocious. Creighton was nailing threes all night. They got the range. I like their shooting overall. They can shoot the 3 well. Virginia Tech over USC. That's a coin flip at this point. We're going to go Michigan over Northeastern. Texas, LSU. I can see LSU giving them a run for their money, but Texas's defense should hold them down. VCU and Clemson, this will be a very good game, I think. VCU can definitely hold you down. I don't know much about VCU, but they didn't lose terribly much to West Virginia, if I'm thinking of the correct team, and they almost beat... I think they almost beat this team. I'm not sure. I'm going to go Clemson, though. My biggest problem with Clemson is, can they score enough? Ohio State and Creighton, I've been trusting Creighton just a little bit more. I don't know. I don't like that very much. Michigan, Virginia Tech. We're going to go Michigan. I know we've been going all chalk mostly, but I'm going to try and do some upsets on the other side of the bracket. Texas and Clemson, a very tricky game here. My question is Texas going to be able to really be able to minimize the pressure they're going to have if they are the 1 seed? Texas, they went into Kansas and beat them down the second half. I'm going to go Texas right as of right now. But then we got Michigan, Creighton. Really good game here, but Michigan's the best team in the Big Ten right now for a reason. And I'm going to take Michigan to the Final Four. Michigan just looks like a Final Four team right now, which would set up a very, very impressive Final Four game. Baylor, of course, Baylor has been in some closer games lately, but they've been really holding their own. They shoot well, they defend well. You gotta love it. Duke, Seton Hall. Seton Hall just got destroyed by Creighton. I don't know. We're gonna give it to Duke, I guess. Missouri and Winthrop. I'm gonna go with another upset there. Missouri has been looking off lately. We know they just tanked. They tanked against Mississippi State. Rutgers, Belmont. Some people will say Rutgers is a phony. I'd say no, not Belmont. Some people could call Rutgers a phony team after they lost to Michigan State like that. We'll see how Rutgers rebounds from that. Belmont is 11-1, but they haven't really faced, I think, anyone meaningful. San Diego State versus the winner of Oklahoma State and Purdue. I don't know who's going to win that game. Purdue has been getting in some closer games. I think either way, they beat San Diego State. San Diego State's been kind of going off the rails a little bit lately. They just barely beat Nevada. Nevada's not even that good. Houston and Navy. We're going to go Houston. UCLA and North Carolina. UCLA seems to be rebounding a little bit. They're top of the Pac-12 right now. They're undefeated in the Pac-12 play. We're going to go Illinois over Oral Roberts. Baylor and Duke. We're going to go Baylor. Winthrop and Rutgers. I'm going to go Rutgers. Oklahoma State and Purdue versus Houston. I'm not getting a good vibe from Houston. I know I've been talking about them in a better regard, but after they lost Caleb Mills, I don't know. This team doesn't seem as complete. I'm going to take a chance in the playing game there to get to the Sweet 16. In Illinois, what in the world was that against Northwestern? They were down by 15 in the first half. Then they outscored Northwestern 53-13. Illinois' got to stay consistent with their play. I feel they're definitely inconsistent this year with gameplay, but a win's a win. I can't say anything there. I'm not really... I don't know. I sound nitpicky there, don't I? Baylor and Rutgers, we're going to go Baylor there, and then the fun ends for whoever plays against Illinois. We're going to go Illinois, but then I think Baylor beats Illinois. I've liked Baylor's consistency, but then again, I don't like their history in the tournament so much. Let's go to the bottom right. I might make this region explode a little bit. It could. We're going to go Villanova over Stony Brook, Arkansas over Florida State. Minnesota, I almost want to pick the upset here, but I think Minnesota, I don't know, Minnesota, ever since they beat Iowa, they haven't really, or should I say ever since they beat Michigan State, they just haven't really looked all that great. And I can see the upset here too. West Virginia, Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian's been giving some teams fits as well. But West Virginia has shown that they can fill in the absence of Sheboygan and they can still crash the glass effectively. You got to watch out for West Virginia. I don't think they're finished yet. They're not going to go out quietly this year. St. Louis, I think they'll beat the winner of Syracuse and Xavier. Syracuse, what a horrible loss to Pittsburgh, but they hadn't played in like 3 weeks, but still. I think Xavier would win. I don't know at this point. St. Louis, I think, will take them. Tennessee, UC Irvine. Tennessee's been up and down this year. Colorado, NC State. I still don't trust Colorado, even though they knocked off Oregon. Oregon, just like I said, they have not looked great. Iowa over New Mexico State. Villanova and Arkansas. This could be a closer game as some people think. I've seen Arkansas giving people fits, like Missouri, for instance, but I just don't think they're built to beat Villanova. They need to play a perfect game almost to beat Villanova. West Virginia, Minnesota. I can see West Virginia beating Minnesota there. I mean, West Virginia does what they did against, it was Oklahoma State or whatnot. I think they'll be okay. And then I'm going to pick St. Louis to beat Tennessee. I haven't liked Tennessee a whole lot this year. They've been up and down. I don't like teams that do that. It's ridiculous. I hate having to guess. And I'm going to get gutsy here. I'm going to pick West Virginia to beat Villanova. I think Villanova is going to get picked off kind of early in the tournament, honestly. I just don't. I mean, they faced a bunch of easier teams lately. I know they're good, but I mean, I need more proof from this team a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I don't know, though. I mean, that win against Texas, I think, solidified it for now, but the tournament's a whole new atmosphere. It's a whole new thing. I mean, it's a level playing field, basically. Everyone's on the same playing field, it seems like. St. Louis and Iowa, I think, Iowa, if they can defend, they can definitely get very far, because here's the thing. As long as you can score a bunch and you can defend to a certain extent, you're going to win games. You can't let teams score like 80, 90, 100 points on you like you did in Minnesota, Yeah, I wasn't talking to you on that. I like Iowa, so I'd like this team to go far. This would be a heck of a game. Now, the absence of Sheway could come into play here in this game, but then again, West Virginia still got Derek Culver. I forgot who else they got, but Bob Huggins is a veteran at this. I mean, Iowa, though, they got a very, very stout team. I like this team. I don't know. It's a tough one. My gut's telling me to pick West Virginia, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Iowa. I know it says going to take some lower seed to the Final Four. Right now, it just doesn't seem like there is that chance right now. I don't know which lower seed could get to the Final Four. I'm going to really try to dig hard at it in future videos. Don't worry, it's coming at some point. You'll see it. Just so that you could see some variance and get an idea. All right, Gonzaga versus Michigan. First off, this would be a tremendous game. There's a lot of size here. I just think Gonzaga is going to barely get by in that game. Baylor and Iowa, I'm going to have to take Iowa. I think Baylor at some point can collapse in the tournament. Anyone can collapse in the tournament. What am I talking about? But Iowa could be destined this year. Anyone could be destined to get all the way, of course. That's how it goes. But I'm going to go with Gonzaga in the national championship game. The rematch of Gonzaga versus Iowa. I don't know. Gonzaga beat them the last time. You know what? I'm going to pick Iowa to win the championship. Why not? But that was the Bracketology update of January 8th. Next one comes out on Tuesday. I'll catch you all then. I hope you guys have been enjoying watching these videos. Please comment below if you have any remarks on this stuff. I like to get in a nice conversation about it. Why not? Good old college basketball. I'll see you guys in the next one.